All right, team, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we are looking at SPY here. I got a clean canvas right here. I already did a basic scan of the most popular options. And the reason why we do options is not only is it a great way for us to go ahead and look at maximizing our potential gains, but also the options market gives us kind of a good indication of volume that's moving and shaking on other tickers as well, specifically the blue chips. So when we're looking at options, we're also looking at the underlying assets for the blue chips as well. Now, we'll also go into a few of the smaller market caps as well, looking at some penny stocks, because I want you guys to start getting into the mindset of your 2024 portfolios. Now, one of the things that we're doing in Traders War Room is in 2024, we're going to open the doors to our future. And if you guys are TWR market warriors and you're riding with me and my crew, we are going to host a 2024 portfolio. We're going to start it from scratch. We're going to build it together and we're going to make it into something successful. The goal will be $50,000 by the end of the year. But obviously, if we make more, great. But the whole main point of it is we want to make more than we spend in there, but also show how we build portfolios over the year, how we, search for stocks, how we go ahead and make the decision to go in and out of the different stocks when we take profits or we cut losses and stuff like that. But more details on that towards the end of this year. I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up on that one. Let's take a look at SPY. We got the 5-minute chart out here. We already know the levels for SPY. Basically, we're looking at here, top, and we're going to go here for the bottom. Here's our levels, right? These are our triggers. So we're basically looking for something to trigger above or below, and this will give us a good idea for potential swing candidates. Now, I suggest not swinging anything over the Christmas holiday because it's a long weekend. But if you decide you want to swing, these are the levels we're looking for. We're looking for a clear close on a 5-minute okay, 15-minute best chart for a swing to the upside. And then we're looking for the target 477 with continuation to 480 on a bullish run. We fail that. We're looking for the close below this line here, which will give us the 473.75-ish. And we're looking for the follow through for the 470, right? That's where we're looking for follow through for the 470. Obviously, we got to hit some milestones, but follow through to 470 on a decline. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're doing right now. Now we can always look for a trade. Right now, there's not much volume coming into the market. I'm not expecting. I'm more expecting some just all of a sudden abruptness to happen, probably mid market day, and then as we get into the close. So, if we see something, we'll go ahead and pull the trigger. Right now, we're looking pretty bullish. So we need to have the idea for longs right now to go ahead and have that on the plan. This is one of the highest stock options that we're paying attention to right now. The SPX, when we're looking at that, looking like the SPX wants to push to the upside. So again, if you follow the SPY, you always want to follow the SPX as well. The SPX is usually a precursor to the SPY, and it can give you, not all the time, sometimes they mainly follow the same pattern sometimes, but every now and then you'll see a little bit of a divergence, which can give you a good opportunity to make some nice moves. But most of the time, I'd give this, 90% of the time, these follow a very similar path. The Q, if you guys were paying attention to my video yesterday, where did I say the Q was headed to? Where did I say the Q was headed to? 410. I said the Q was headed to 410, and we almost hit that mark. Look at that, 409.97, man. We almost hit $10, man. I told you guys out the gate it was going to push, and then we'd probably hit that 410 button and get the cool down. I mean, look, it's not rocket science, guys. It's not rocket science. I've been doing this for a long time, okay? So I kind of know what's happening with the trends and stuff like that. That's why I'm able to get a lot of these pretty close to the on the mark, okay? So if you guys pay attention to my videos, and you watched me on YouTube, you guys were prepared. You probably made money off this trade. You went long, rode it up towards 410. Remember, we don't need to hit 410. We just need to go in that direction. And then you were expecting that cool down, which happened. Okay. And then on the cool down, anywhere in here, anywhere in this area, you could have took puts and you could have rode that down for a decent gain. Look, even if you weren't right on the money at 409.75, right? Say you missed it a little bit, you got the 409.6s, 409.5s, right? That's still a pretty decent gain all the way down to the 408 on the Q. Zero DTE, or even if you push it out until Tuesday, that's a pretty nice significant gain right there. Looks like we're popping a little bit. Guys want to do a day trade on the Q? We can do a day trade on the Q. Let's go ahead and look at it real quick. See what we got. We got zero DTEs, just in case we want to give ourselves a little bit of time, don't we? Yeah, we do. All right, we're looking at calls. 412, 413. Where's the volume at? 412 has the volume. Let's do 415. It's a nice cheap one right there. If we make some money off of it, great. If we don't, cool. But it's out of the money, and it's giving us a little bit of a time. It's pushing to 26. So if we push up, we might be able to make some double on our money. Let's see what happens. December 26th, 415 Q. I'm coming in at 12, right? I'm just going to buy 5. All right, and I feel it immediately. Boom. I'll go ahead and push that inside of my server so that you guys know I'm in that trade. I'm going to put that into the Christmas one, so you guys know that I'm in there right now. So you guys can know when I say I get into a trade, I get into a trade, guys. Okay, I just don't speak that crap. All right, so we're in that trade right there. We'll go ahead and take that one. I'm going to go ahead and post it right now, real quick. Let's watch this one for a little bit. See if we can get some gainers on this one. Live trade. All right. Yeah. So if you guys are in my Discord server, you guys can follow that trade along with me. If not, you guys follow it on your own at your leisure. We'll see if we make some money off of that one. If we get a nice little bullish push, if we get the push from here to here, we'll probably make some decent money. We'll probably get, we got 5 of them. Hey, I'd be happy with just making $5 per contract. That'd be 25 bucks. And on a Christmas break, that's good money right there. If we got the double, hey, that's Merry Christmas to us, right? Just like Nike. By the way, I gotta tout the horn a little bit, people. Gotta tout the horn a little bit. All right. TWR text message alerts. TWR text message alerts. I put out this DD in the information yesterday. Okay. I told you guys about my theory on why we were going to drop. Okay. I went ahead and took 2 trades. I gave a regular size trade, which was $150 entry. All right. I took 10 of those bad boys. And then I put out a little further out the money trade just in case for the cheapy ones. And that one was $58 per contract. I took 10 of those. Guys, today absolutely destroyed it, man. The big boy trade ended up pushing into the 6s, and I cashed out immediately, man. When you take that, man, you got to run with that. So 150 flipped into 650, cash money all day. And then the 58s, as we came down here, those pushed into I think it was 225 or something. We were able to escape out. Still, man, that's 500%, guys. 500% gainers. All right. That's nothing to sneeze at, okay? That doesn't happen all the time, but I do want to highlight Traders War Room's been bringing you guys this stuff all week, man. FDX, okay? Airbnb, all right? Even Docu. Yeah, Demon gets a lot of the credit for Docu. I get that. But TWR server had Docu on the bullseye at like 9 in the morning that market day. No one was thinking about DocQ. TWR was pushing out DocQ at 9 in the morning that day. No one else was thinking about it until the demon man pushed the button. Hey, props to him. You got a 3,600 increase. Great, man. 2 days later, we flipped Airbnb and FDX. That's just how it goes. Okay. Traders War Room's consistent, man. We killing it. All right. If you guys aren't part of the team, you missing out. I'm telling you, man. I don't just speak that from a business ownership perspective, man. I'm telling you guys are missing out, man. Tesla, Tesla breaking my heart, man. I'm gonna roll my trade. Uh, basically, so I get a lot of questions on rolling. So basically, just keeping it 100. What happens when you roll a trade? Well, keeping it 100, you take a loss initially in hopes that you roll it out an extended period of time to make back that loss and then profit. Okay, that's essentially what rolling out is doing. So I still have my theory of I might have been a little early. Okay, I just might have been a little early. Let's go ahead and clean this chart up. Let's break Tesla down a little bit real quick. We're still at 12 on the queue. Okay, nothing's moving or shaking right now on it. But when you see charts like this, let's come out a little bit. All right, there we go. All right. So we got a previous high level with some meat and potatoes over here, right? I don't care about the wick, right? I don't care about the wick. I want some price action. So we got some decent price action here, near miss, a bunch of price action here, and some nears, right? So this is a decent little area previously, right? That's 266. Okay, we can call it 265. We'll move that to 265, 266, 265, whatever. Boom. Okay, 265, right? Gets us a little bit better into the price action, more meat and potatoes. We have been descending since then. We descended, right? And of course, we had sell signals everywhere, man. Losing the moving averages, all that stuff. Then we came down and we hit our low, this 197 area, right? Okay, got it. Hit this low. And we rejected that hard, man. And since then, it's been higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Except for here, there's a little bit of a dump, but there was a negative story. This is when that right here is when you had that negative news article come out about the upgrade, or not the upgrade, the recall, the software update, right? The recall word got people worried and stuff. But with Tesla, a recall wasn't really like you take your car to the shop like you would a Ford or a GM, right? It was just a software update for the autopilot system. So you saw it was kind of an overreaction from consolidation dump, and then it came right back up, right? So that was like a no event. Pushed up, dumpity dump like everything else did, and now we're starting to break again. So let's go ahead and come back in here. We have a previous level here. Let's come back in here, and now we're looking at breaking some of these intra levels, right? Okay, we want to break this level here, this 258. We want to hold above this 258, and I even put it a little bit more. We want to hold above 258.50. All right, so above $258 standard, we want to hold, right? But we would like to hold above 258.25 at least with like a good candlestick. And that's going to give us the good idea for, what? We're holding these upper levels without descending. It's time to go ahead and start breaching and breaking. And then we know that Tesla loves to run in 5s and 10. So once we start to break this 258 area, 260 is there. And as soon as it hits that 260, it's going to be 265. Almost no brainer at all. 265, at least a candle push up there. So that's where we're going. So I see this happening, and I'm like, you know what? By next week, just looking at the chart here, when you look at this, from this perspective, how many days is this? This is the 14th through the 22nd. All right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 market days, right? So give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 market days. Let's go ahead and put a line over here at 7. And why do we do this? Well, trends tend to repeat themselves, right? They don't always do, but they tend to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll go ahead and put it here. This is the target. All right, this is the target over here. And what we want is we want to have the difference here, 241 to 259. So we got a $20 move in that time period that we potentially can have from the breakout here, which would put us from this 260. That $20 move would put us. That was 241, 242 actually. So we got an $18 movement, right? That would put us right here. About right here. That would put us about right there from breaking out of this level. It put us about right here by this period. So that's where we want to go. This is our target. We don't need to meet that target, but we need to go in that direction. And so we go ahead and we're going to look at 275 calls out into next week, maybe 280 calls, because anything within a $20 range is not too far out the money with Tesla. If you start to go into the 300s, you're pushing too far out the money. But we can go out to 280, and because of premiums, and Tesla can move $20, like you can see, in a 7-day period, the premiums will still stay pretty elevated. So we'll look to go ahead and roll this out, and we're going to look for that 275, that 280 contract next week. Let's look at it now. This is next week? No. Yeah? 29 December? 275 calls right here, 280 calls, 30. What's the volume on them? Here's the money shot right here. 24. This is cheap, guys. We're gonna go ahead and take this. I'm gonna go in 10 at 270, and I'm gonna go in 10 at 275. I'm doing them right now. If you want to follow me, go ahead. But I'm going in right now. Actually, I'm gonna because I want to get some people some cheap ones too. I like this one. 280 is good too. I'm gonna do the 270 and the 280 one. 275 is okay. If we meet the 270, we're gonna meet the 275, guys. So I'm gonna do 270 and the 280. Get you guys a cheap one and get you guys one that's really inside of the money. We're within that $15 range. This one, if you guys believe my technical analysis here, and it makes sense to you, okay, right? Then this is a trade that you take. If you don't agree with this technical analysis, if you think that we're going to reject this like we have previously, and we're going to fall off a cliff and we might end up here, then don't take this trade, okay? Do not take this trade if you believe that. But I'm looking at the premiums, man, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So I'm getting into 10 of the 270s and 10 of the 280s. December 29th. All right. The 280s are filled. I'm going to post those into the room. I'm waiting on the 270s to fill right now, but the 280s are filled. Just waiting on the 270s to fill. Oops. I'm gonna take a picture of that and put that in the room. And I'm doing these because I want you guys to know that I take my trades, okay? I'm not just a guy that says something and does something, okay? If I say I'm getting into something, I'm getting into something. When I post, hey, buy to open so and so at whatever, I'm taking that trade, guys. All right, watching this trade. So, like I said, if you believe in the technical analysis, take the trade, man. If you don't believe in it, don't take it. Okay, it's one of those Tesla. You got to believe, man. It's like Christmas spirit, man. You just got to believe. You won't hear that bell ring if you don't believe in it. If you guys get that reference, hit me up in the chat and let me know what movie that's from. Anyways, 202 IWM. I'm a bear. I'm a bear on IWM, guys. I think we cool down on IWM. Um, it's breaching above this. Look, here's the bear case scenario. Okay, when we look at the, let's get a bird's eye view approach. All right. Um, this is a natural cup. Okay, if we had more of a base on the cup, I'd say we're looking at the double top here. Okay, and we failed it before. Um, here, right? We're if unless we can hold above this hardcore, I don't think we can sustain this. Okay. We pushed extremely hard. I mean, anytime you look at this, I mean, look how we push from down here at the bottom. I mean, we push one leg up, two leg up, consolidate, three leg up, consolidate, big leg up, four, right? Now we're looking for five. I just don't see the case for five. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and be the Grinch on IWM and call it and say we reject up here above 202. And I'm gonna look, I'm looking at 198. I said in my video last night, I'm looking at 198 for the pullback with potential follow through back to 196, maybe 195. Where's 195 at? Now we'll go ahead and go on meat and potatoes on this one. Yeah, 196. All right. So I'm not going to take this trade though, but this is what I think is going to happen. So you guys can see it live. If this happens, cool. I'm in the Tesla trade. I'm in the QQQ trade, all those other trades right now. So we're worried about those. But IWM, the small caps they pushed hard. They pushed hard. Q's at 13. By the way, we're up $1 on that one. Anyways. Oh man, I'm drinking Fresca. I love Fresca. I haven't had Fresca in years. That's so good. NVDA. NVDA is struggling. One of the issues with NVDA is they were, right? Let's go ahead and get rid of these alerts. Reset the chart. Oh. Delete alert. Can I delete the alert? Hello? Oh, okay, that's how. There it is. Nope. No. Delete. Delete. All right. So, what are we doing? Here, here, here. All right, coming back. One of the issues NVDA's having is they were first, right? Okay. Anytime you're first with, and when we talk about first, we're talking about the AI stuff, right? That's what we're talking about. Okay. And anytime you're first, you get that rush of emotions. All right. So here's NVDA. Sideways trading. Look at NVDA, big sideways trading on NVDA, big time. Basically, between a range of 4 and 5, about an up $100 range trading. All right, you can see the sideways motion, but they're first, so they demanded that premium. They demanded the elevated price, but now you have these chips that are the best of the best. Don't get me wrong, but you have these other companies that the technology is reaching up to it. So you have AMD. Their chip isn't as good, but it's cheaper and it has more storage. So companies could look at it like, let's look at NVDA, talk about cars, okay? Let's talk about cars. NVDA is a car. The other chip companies are cars, okay? NVDA is, say, I don't know what, arguably the best car in the world, right? We'll say like we'll say I don't know, a Lamborghini. All right, NVDA is a Lamborghini. Okay. AMD is a Porsche. All right. AMD is a Porsche. Now, off the stock, is the Porsche going to beat the Lamborghini? No, but you know, having some of the upgrades on the Porsche and just having a stock Lamborghini, now all of a sudden that Porsche is starting to compete with that Lamborghini, and it's cheaper than the Lamborghini, right? Same thing with like the MU chip, right? A Micron. Micron is basically like a goddamn I don't know what's another car that's cheaper than that. A Mustang, right? A Mustang, okay? you know, to each their own, but putting that upgrades on that Mustang, and now you in the race with the Porsche and the Lamborghini. So, NVDA had the first demanded that elevated price. They're no longer the only car in the race. Okay. So AMD, Micron, even Intel. Intel's that old school, man. They come in with that limo. They come in with that limo, that old aristocrat money. That limo is like, hey, we just cruising back here, letting you guys do all the work for us, and we're just picking up the scrap, but we're making the scrap better, right? All right. So NVDA's got some trouble. I think we see a little bit of a decline, and I wouldn't be surprised. It's still going to stay elevated, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of the push on NVDA. We could see a $10 decrease. If we push from here, we're probably going to go back up here and retest the 404 or the 504, 505 area. But if we fail this area here where we're at currently, and we can go ahead and put little triggers on this, right? This will give us a good little indication. Go ahead and use the candlestick as a trigger point, right? Boom, trigger. Here, I want orange. Boom, give me a horizontal line. And we'll go ahead, come here. We got an inside bar too. Look at that, bam. All right, now that's on the day. So let's go ahead and go into the 5-minute. All right, here's where we're at. We'll go ahead and target it in a little bit more, a little better. Come down a little bit. All right, there's what we're looking at. Okay, we get the push above. We're looking for swing to the upside. Push below. We're looking for the swing below. We got our triggers already. We got our high low. We just did that. Okay, that's what we're looking on NVDA. Apple. Congratulations, everyone that followed me on that Apple trade. We made money on that one, and there's a lot of people that didn't believe the case for the short on Apple. I put a description inside. Not only do you get alerts and stuff like that inside of the Discord, but I also have a segment in there where we're putting down technical analysis and due diligence, right? And it's just a place to have some fun, work on your technical analysis skills. And who knows, if you like write and do like good reports and stuff like that, TWR might hire you to be our technical analysis and DD writer and stuff like that. The goal, I told you guys from the beginning, my goal is to take TWR and go to Wall Street and ring the Wall Street bell with a TWR banner behind my back and a whole bunch of market warriors. Okay. I'm not stopping until I'm one of the big boys on the block. All right. Part of doing that is we got to have a due diligence. We got to have like a blog type section in TWR. So we do all this free stuff. I push stuff out, other people push stuff out, and it's a good way to potentially hire from within. Anyways, Apple, I put a good short case scenario on Apple, and it's paying exactly what I said it was going to do. It's doing exactly what we planned on it doing. It stayed below the battle zone, pushing down, and went down towards that 193, 192 area, just like we said. Yeah. So we made some good money on those plays. So congratulations to everyone that took that. By the way, if you're in the text message alerts and you're in that Walmart call, if you're listening to this, you're in text message alerts, you're in that Walmart call, that 160 call pushed out to 29 December, you're starting to look almost break even. So go ahead and start looking for your exit, okay? Just to give you a heads up, go ahead and start looking for your exit. Those of you that aren't in that trade, if you guys are looking to get in that trade, you guys are almost at break even. Walmart, $160 call, 29 December. Right now is at 27. Not a bad, cheap play to push through the holidays with, okay? Just to give you a little heads up on that one. All right, Apple, yeah, declining. I still think we got a little bit more to come, so look for that to slide a little bit. Nike, we already went over it. Coinbase, man, dude, who was I talking to in the server, man? Hey, RYLD, you paying attention? RYLD, my boy, my brother, my sword brother. You paying attention? You remember when I told you coin bullish, and you were like, nah, bro, nah. And I was like, nah, yeah, it's there. Well, hey, look at it now. You know I'm messing with you, right? You know I'm messing with you. But look, man, we talked about it here. Man, it ain't never looked back. It ain't never looked back. Look, it ain't never looked back. Look, okay? Now, we possibly probably got a little bit of a decline coming now, but it ain't never looking back, man. Um, Listen, I'm not a big crypto guy, all right? I use crypto to pay some of these people that only take crypto to do certain things like promotions and advertisements and stuff like that. I don't typically trade crypto, a little bit here and there just to have fun and be part of the mix. I stay relevant, but I'm not like into the weeds on it, right? But I follow Coinbase, all right? I follow Coinbase. I trade Coinbase, and this chart has been money consistently over and over and over again. It's one of those that if you push out 2 weeks and went bullish and stayed at the money, in the money, as much as your budget could afford, there's no way you lost money trading coin recently. All right. Maybe you lost money here. If you bought high here in this period here, maybe you lost here. But from here, other than here, all the way to here, there's no way you lost money going long coin. All right. As long as you gave yourself time. We're probably looking for the cool down though. I would say coin back to 170 by next week for the rest. We got a gap to fill down here. We probably could see a little bit of a decline over the holiday. I think it would be a wise decision. It would probably be wise to go short coin, be safe to go short coin over the holiday, pushed out to next week. And we don't want to go too short, but we want to go basically 170 or so to the downside, just having it cool down a little bit. Maybe we get that gap filled, but basically right about here. Because we have just seen it explode. Okay, it's time to cool down a little bit. And then on top of that, we're seeing a little bit of exhaustion. Okay, we're starting to get that doji kind of, right? That big pop here. Well, it's not buyer's exhaustion, right? So we're going to start probably seeing a little bit of a decline here. And over the holiday, people are probably going to start, they're going to use Bitcoin to buy some things and sell some things and stuff like that. So let's look at, what do we say? We said 170. It's expensive. Where's the volume? We probably can go outside the money a little bit. Right there. There's your volume. 155. That's a decent volume. Sort of implied volatility is juiced on all of these. Okay, so you'd be okay on all of these. I don't like the delta to theta ratio on any of these, to be honest with you. But I mean, it's a popular ticker. Um, that's just a given. That's what you're going to have unless you buy into the money on this because we're going far out, right? But yeah, this one right here, this would be the preferred one. It's not too far out of the way, right? I mean, it pushed $9 just today, right? So you figure it's not too far out the way of a decline, and you're giving yourself some time. going too far out the money, you might slide it. If we ended up pushing to the upside anymore, you'd end up sliding too far out of range, I think. So we'll look at this one. We'll come back to this one towards power hour and we'll see what we got. If I get into this trade, I'll go ahead and push this out through my trading bot and I'll let the followers know. Google's pumping. Pump, 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 pump. And you know, I don't know. I've been expecting Google to decline. I think this might have been the decline that we were looking for. I've been talking about the decline on Google for a minute from this rise here. This was too sharp. Too sharp. We were looking for the decline here. But this rise here, I don't like when I see channels like this, I don't like channels like this. Okay. I don't like these. All right. They're too sharp. They're too sharp, man. They're too sharp. And usually when you see them, trends repeat themselves. Okay. When you see them, look, same thing, sharp. And then you get the decline. Okay. So I do think Google's probably going to decline. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit the reverse button. We probably would want to put a trigger though. We'd want to hit below 140.50 before we started thinking to the downside. So go ahead and put kind of like that point there as like your trigger. We start to close below that 140.50, start thinking short decline, and then we can probably catch this with a sweep, to the bottom to about 138. We probably can get a $2 move to the downside before we start seeing some. I mean, it has the case to go even further down here with price action support, but 138 would be safe to expect to have some of the resistance. All right, one more, guys. One more. Microsoft flagging, flagging. I'm gonna go out on a limb. When I look at Microsoft, see what we got, 6 months. I don't know, man. Microsoft is a beast. You see this incline here, right? And we declined, okay? We declined just like you would think. From an incline here, we cooled off. But we cooled off into a sideways consolidation mode. I think we keep consolidating and potentially push higher unless there's some sort of crazy economic thing that pushes us lower. There has to be some sort of catalyst from Microsoft to push lower. So we're gonna watch this, okay? We're gonna watch this. In fact, I'm gonna put a box around this. This is gonna be my box of probability. All right. This is my box of probability. Actually, I'm gonna push it a little bit more. I want it up a little bit higher into this zone. I want a little bit. I want a little more meat and potatoes on it, right? We want a little bit more. All right, there we go. Do I want that much? No, right there. That's good. I got all this price action here, all this here, up here, up here. I don't need this tippy tip stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put trigger, right? And then we'll use the daily chart. But this is our thing, okay? If we get the bullish trend out of this little area here, where are we at? 374. We close above probably some of this price action here. I'd say right above this line, right? 376. We're probably looking for that push to 380. All right. Probably looking for that push to 380. If we can't hold that and we reject that, we're probably looking for the sweep from this little wedge here, probably the sweep down here to see if we can hold support. And if we can't, then we're gonna start seeing the legs down. All right. That's the idea with Microsoft. All right, guys. Hey, Merry Christmas. Pay attention. TWR is going to have some Christmas deals. All right. So I know I don't expect you to get onto social media and stuff like that over the holidays, but just check in and stuff. If you see some deals, take advantage of them. The free stuff over the holiday. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you made some money, man. I know a lot of people made some money. Merry Christmas from Trader's War Room. After the holiday, that stuff's gone. All right, we're going back to premium server. All right, so take advantage of any type of discounts you see. Have a great holiday. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, do something other than the stock market, and I will catch you guys after the Christmas season on 26th December, and we'll go out there and we will kill and destroy the rest of 2023, and then we will open that door to 2024 together for our new futures in the new year. TWR, guys. Love you all. Later.